What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. This is TW Motorsports, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of updating on the new to me Trailblazer SS. So I told you guys when I originally got this thing, I didn't have a ton of plans, and so for right now, because of all the other projects I got going on, I don't have a ton of plans for this thing. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to do a few things. And if you guys have been on this channel very long, you know that I like to update not only the headlights, but the interior lighting. So in this video, we are going to update the interior lights. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to update the reverse lights. And this interior light kit that I ordered, and I'll list in the description down below, is relatively cheap. I want to say it's like 20 bucks. And also got the LEDs for the reverse lights. And I have a short antenna because those are things that really annoy me. And anyway, we're gonna get started on this. I will list, like I said, all of this stuff in the description down below. I think it makes a huge difference, but we'll get started with the interior lights. This kit not only comes with all the interior lights that you see on the roof of the vehicle, but I believe it comes with the vanity lights for like your mirrors that fold down, and it also comes with the lights for your license plate. So either way, we're gonna get all those basically finished in this video. And then the antenna, look at the antenna, guys. Look at that. I have to step back and go up and down to get it all. I've never been a fan of antennas that go above the vehicle. And so we're gonna be taking care of that as well. But let's set you up on a tripod. And the cool thing about this kit, unlike the other ones that I have, it actually comes with a little plastic pry tool. So we're gonna grab the tripod, set you guys up, and let's see if we can get some of these going. So I've got that plastic clip that comes with it, and one of the things you need to do, I've got all the doors open, but there's a little switch below your headlight switch to the very left, and it turns all your interior lights off just by pushing it. You want to do that because these things get ridiculously hot, and believe me, they burn. So we're going to see if we can get this out of here without breaking anything. That is a tight fit. So you got that one out. Now this guy looks to be, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take that out with my fingers, is a 194, I believe. These are such a hassle to get out. I'm going to have to find something to grab a hold of that because I cannot get my fingers in there to grab that. Come on, baby. Yeah, there is no way I'm going to be able to grab that out of there. So I'm going to go grab something. Hopefully I can find something like, I really don't want to use a pair of pliers because it'll smash the bulb. But maybe I've got something plastic that I can use to pry it out of there. I wonder if we could just use the piece that came with it. That might work. Okay, that works. Just use your finger on one side and that on the other. Now, unlike the Tahoe that I did, this little reflector piece of plastic, it came out in the Tahoe. And on this, it didn't, which is nice. All right, let's try it. I think we're gonna have to I think GM reset on us here. We're gonna have to, every 10 minutes this kills all the power to the car. There we go. What a huge difference. Let's turn this off for now. I'll get this other one out. And keep in mind, guys, this is some old plastic, so try to be careful. I know it didn't look real careful just then, but you don't want to break it. I'm sure that you can probably go to a salvage yard and get other parts or replacement parts if you can find them, but I doubt you're going to be able to find them brand new from GM. The other thing is they sometimes are polarity sensitive, so if you put it in the wrong way, you got to pull it out, flip it over, and and put it back in. It is not wanting to go in there. I'm gonna need a light to see what's going on. It seems like something's not right here. It's not wanting to hold it in place. So the two little prongs that they come in from the back side and the front side, they've been out. And so I'm assuming, I'm not even sure that that wasn't messed up before, but we're gonna put this in and try. Probably helps to have a light. That fitment's a way better too. There we go. I have to turn this all off. So we're finished with that one. We just need to snap the grills back in place. It probably wouldn't hurt to have the light on while you do that. And I know a couple of you guys have said in the past that like on the Tahoe ones, that they stay kind of dim like that. You can see how they're kind of dim. Well, the only way to adjust that is to put resistors in. And I'm not going to do that. They might stay on a little dim like that for a little bit once the retained accessory power kills the vehicle. So after about 10 minutes, those will go off. So if that annoys you, when you get out of the car, you may want to buy resistors to go in line, but that's just kind of the nature of this product. Let's move on to these guys, and I'm hoping that these are easier than they look to take off. The plastic looks like it's gonna be kind of a pain. Now these are the, let's see here. I don't see, we may come back to those because those are like the bar style, which this kit comes with, but I don't think that's gonna fit in there. So I'm wondering if these ones back here are that style or not. No, they're not. We learn as we go, guys. That's why I do these videos, so you guys don't struggle with the same stuff I struggle with. So that is what these are for. They're just really, really big. I'm afraid they're not going to fit in there real great, but we'll try them. Yeah, there's no way. That is not the correct one. So maybe this kit does not come with those. I think I've got some though. Let me go run and check and see if I've got some extras laying around. So the ones that I had, while they are a little smaller, you can see here, there's no way they're gonna fit in there. So we're just gonna have to live with that one for now. I'm gonna have to find some replacements. That's kind of irritating. I was really hoping that the last kit I bought came with those, but not a big deal, I guess. Just put our piece of plastic back on there and move on to the middle. I mean, those aren't on all the time, but I will be changing them. I don't want everything else LED and that not. So we're here at the middle section, and I'm prying in the area where the clips are. So you can see there's a piece there where you can pry, and then this guy comes out. And I'm kind of surprised that these are all this style bulb. Kind of surprises me. Make sure these prongs are back where they go. good there. Let's do the other one before I go turn it on to check it. Now, like, you can buy these bulbs individually, but if you do, they're really expensive, but you might actually get a little better quality bulb than what these are. Let's test it. We're good. So let's pop our covers back on. Wondering if they're side specific. They sure don't look side specific. All right, we're good. Let's move to the back. So it turns out there's an indention right here. After looking at this 100 times with the light, if you got to be pretty aggressive with it, and then it kind of folds down out of the way. But let's pull these bulbs out. And actually, this is one of those bulb style. So let's go test this one before I put this back together. It made me so nervous because I wasn't sure I thought I was gonna break it. So like I said, sometimes if they don't work, you gotta flip them around. You hear the compressor running. So we're good now. Just need to put this back up into place. Looks nice. Now let's move on to the glove box. So apparently on my model, it doesn't have a glove box light, which maybe on the SS models they don't have that, but yeah, there is absolutely no light in there. And it's not burnt out, it just straight up doesn't have one. So we're gonna move on to the tail lights. I will tell you guys, this kit must be some sort of universal kit that fits like a majority of Trailblazers through like 02 to 09, because some of the longer ones have more lights, they have them in the doors, and this model doesn't have that. So we're gonna get the lights out, just 2 Phillips screwdrivers here, get it out of the way, and we'll get these reverse lights in. Now the only bulb I'm planning on replacing here is just the reverse lamp. The others, I can deal with those, that doesn't bother me. And I honestly don't want to go through the mess of having to put a resistor in for the taillights. Both the taillights work, but a lot of people would upgrade, and if they ever go bad, I probably will go to an LED style. They've probably never been out, I'm assuming. Holy cow. So the way these are designed, looks like we have to take a little more apart because there's a circuit board that runs it. Just 2 Phillips, well actually 3 Phillips to take it out. Never seen anything like this before. But I'm new to the Trailblazer game. The crappy part about this is, supposedly these, what is it, Zevo bulbs, or you could put it in either way and they're supposed to work, so would sure suck if I get it all together and it doesn't work. So hopefully that is the case. you guys know me, I'm probably gonna turn the camera off for a minute, take a little time, and the bottom one's the one we're going to pull out, and replace or clean this up really well. I'm just kind of picky, and while I've got it apart, I might as well do that. I'm gonna have to have something to cut those open. So I got a little cleaner and clean that. Now we're gonna put this thing back together. And actually, I bet, let's just test it real quick, because this thing should come on if I unlock the car. All right, so we're good. Wow, that thing is bright. So we'll screw it back on here. Put this thing back in place. One thing I noticed that's kind of cool is if you take the taillight out, check it out, your VIN number is right there. Never knew that. I guess that if you ever wanted to know if your panel's been replaced, and you're looking at one of these for sale, you could always pull the taillight out if you couldn't tell if it's been painted or not, and check and see if the VIN matches. I don't even think I know of any other vehicle. A lot of foreign cars do that, but I didn't know GM did stuff like that. Don't tighten these super tight. You're just going into plastic. I mean, you're going into metal at the back, but plastic on the taillight, so you don't want to crack them. Let's step back here and check it out. Oh, look at the difference. All right, let's get this other one. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when I plugged it in, it didn't want to go. And so it looks like there's quite a bit of corrosion here. So I'm gonna go get a little steel wool and clean this area up. It just, I don't know what's going on. It just looks like it's had water in it in the past. So I'm gonna clean it up really well with some steel wool. Not gonna get real aggressive, and then I'm gonna blow it out, and then we will snap it back together, make sure it works before I actually screw the taillight back in. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I wiggled it around. I don't know if you guys noticed it was flickering, so I may have to end up buying a new plug if this doesn't work. It looks like there's no corrosion on the actual taillight itself, it's just on this plug. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was jiggling it around after cleaning it even, and it's still messed up. So I think what I'll do is I'll end up getting a new harness. It's just confusing to me that has a weather pack on it, so I don't know why it would have gotten water in it. Maybe it just got too hot, something, I don't know. But we're just gonna order another one. I think it's a pretty standard harness, so I don't think it'll be I don't think I'll have any trouble getting it. But yeah, we're definitely gonna order one. I think as it hits bumps, it might eventually fail, and I don't want to get pulled over for not having a taillight working, because the whole thing will go out if one goes out. But anyway, let's move on to the license plate lights. Now for the license plate bulbs, 2 Phillips screws hold it in place, and these things are generally, sometimes you got to pry them out of place. Let's see how it works here. I think I'll get something. See if we can get a small pick in here to pry this lens loose. And be careful with these. These are old. They definitely need to use extra care with them. So same 194 bulb. Put these new ones in. And I'd really like, I'm gonna go turn it on and test it. This is why you test them. Seems like it's working. All right, let's get this other one out. I didn't really love the way that one was flickering. All right, let's test that. Both working. So now we'll kind of try to clean some of the dust off this. These things get so nasty on the back of cars. It's way better. Now these are the ultra white, or pure white, I believe they call it. They have, I mean, you can get crazy. They have like 50 different colors. You just select which color you want in the drop-down menu. I'm not really much for oddball colors. I know a lot of people like to do blues and reds and greens, but just a ultra bright white for me. All right, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead, put this other one on, and then we'll move to the antenna. So for the antenna, I got a little 6.5 inch replacement is what I got. Just a better look. You can get, I mean, there's thousands of different antenna styles. Generally, this is a, I wanna say this is an 8mm, maybe a 10. I brought a 10mm because that's what the new one is. Yeah, it's an 8mm on the factory one, but mine was already loose. Generally, when you have a bigger antenna, they loosen up pretty quickly. And I don't know whether we'll have to use the adapter or not. Looks like we're gonna have to. It did come with an adapter. And so what I like to do is, the reason I've got the tape out here, this little adapter will screw on. And then what I do is, we'll put some tape on this guy. I'm just using some blue tape, so what I had handy. Anything other than duct tape for the most part should work. And I just wrap this because when you're tightening it up, you tend to scratch it. And well, I'm kind of picky, so I don't want it scratched. So not much to that. We'll get our wrench on there. And sometimes you'll wrap a little too much tape on there, like I did apparently. I may have to go up to an 11mm or a corresponding, yeah, I'm gonna go grab like an 11. We'll get it snugged down. Got an 11 now. That should do a little better. Once we get it, you don't have to get it real tight, then we can take the tape off. And a lot of times this is what happens. You end up ripping the tape. But this is what I'm talking about, to be picky. Way better. I don't love the little post deal, but way better looking at this level than it was, you know, you couldn't even see it out of the camera. So we'll take back, I think we're finished with this. We'll take a step back, check out all the interior lights. I'll close all the doors so you guys can see that. And we should be finished up. So as I said, we're pretty much finished, but I want to show you guys, I turned the lights off here in the shop. Let's take a look at these bulbs on the inside and how much better, so much brighter. And just, you know, like I said in the past on these things, just a way more modern look on an older vehicle. The other thing here, obviously we replaced the lights here in the back for the license plate. I wish it was darker outside so you guys could see that, but and let's take a look at the reverse lights, because that's the big deal here. That is so much brighter. And then as far as the antenna goes, let's go flip the light in the shop back on here, because the antenna, I mean, to me, like one of the first things I do, I really wish there was an option like, you know, I did on the green truck here, where I deleted the antenna and they make a panel, but there's not. So I can live with this. Like I said, I don't love the post on it, but it definitely looks a lot better. I can get it all in one shot. I don't have to like zoom up and get very far back and go up and down to see that. But just little subtle changes like this, guys. Like I said, I don't have a ton of plans for it as of right now until I finish some other stuff up, but these definitely will make a difference. And the next video on this thing you guys are going to see as I unlock it again, those dingy yellow headlights. I've got the new LEDs ordered, and that's for the brights, dims, and the fog lights. So in the next video on this thing, we will be addressing that because, well, I'm not gonna have the reverse lights like all modern and the headlights. Actually, that's the main thing I wanted to address here, but had some time to do this today. Pretty easy swap. Now I will say that I ended up with like, I don't know, maybe like 8 bulbs left, because this kit is designed for not only like the Trailblazer, the short one, but there's an extended version, and some of them have lights like above the little pull handles or grab handles that are above the rear seats. So this kind of fits everything, and it gives you some backup bulbs. To be honest with you, they're just extra 194 bulbs that you can use in other projects, and to me it's worth the money. They're 20 bucks. Now 20 bucks for all the interior lights, and just the Zevos for the reverse lights were 20 bucks by themselves. But the Zevo bulb is a way better bulb in my opinion, and guys, you can spend some more money on individual lights, but to me, for 20 bucks, it's definitely worth it to me to upgrade the look on the inside of a Trailblazer, especially at nighttime. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up button. If you're looking forward to seeing that LED upgrade in the front, hit the comments and let me know. Let me know what you've got done to your Trailblazer SS if you've got one. I'd love to hear from you guys. But if you're not subscribed, guys, go down there, hit that subscribe button while you're down there. Of course, smash that bell icon. That makes sure you're notified every time we drop a new video, and stay tuned to see what we work on next.